Hello, conscious co-creators, and welcome to this pick a card reading today. We are getting messages from the turtle spirit animal for you for this reading. We're going to look at what your current circumstance and situation is right now, what might be challenging you, messages from the turtle spirit animal from above you, what's grounding you, what's in the past, and what's coming up for you in the future. As you can see, you do have 3 turtle spirit animal cards laid out for you to choose from. You can take all the time you need, pause the video if you need to make your intuitive selection. Card option 1, card option 2, or card option number 3. Once you've made your selection, you can head down to the description and click on the timestamp next to the card that you've chosen, and I will see you in your turtle spirit animal reading. Hello group 1 and welcome to your turtle spirit animal reading today. If you're listening to this, you've chosen the first option here. This is card number 7 in this deck, the sea turtle. It says beginnings, self-reliance, journey, and home. And we can see a close-up of the eye, which is really drawing me in. This looks like we're on a journey. You can see even the shadow is this beautiful depiction, like line art energy. There's something deep about this card. Also, with it being a 7, that tells me that there's a sense of self that is coming in this message, something that is coming through from the turtle spirit animal that's just allowing you to really step into your authenticity, learn to be at home in your own body, where you are on your current journey, becoming more independent. It also has the word beginnings in the card itself, which is really interesting. It tells us that you may be beginning something new. Perhaps you're closing out a journey and beginning a new one. This is going to be a very interesting reading to look into to see what the turtle has to give you. It also feels like a very deep card. Turtles, allow us to, 10 of Pentacles there, the luck card kind of flipping out. Yeah, it wants to be out. I'm going to place it here. It's just a side note of abundance. Where can we place this spirit? They're asking me to keep it on the side, but I'd like to see it. We're going to cover your turtle there just to have it. A 10 of Pentacles is an abundance. It's also a closure energy. So yeah, something ending, something beginning, being ready to journey forward in a new way. I love that the word home is on this as well, because turtles, they live with their home on their back. They carry their home everywhere. So there's this sense of protection on the journey forward. Let's see what guidance the turtle has for you. So this is current circumstance situation. Wow, yeah. A 4 of Pentacles. It says security on it. This is a very obviously stable card to have. It is a card that says you have everything you need, however it is that you're journeying forward, and we've got the turtle coming through. So the suit of Pentacles in this particular deck, the Oceanic Tarot Mini, is the suit of the turtle. The turtle's depicted in the background of all the minor arcana. It's very nice. Anyway, the security energy tells us that you're in a stable place. The turtle wants you to understand that you can rely on yourself now, that there is an independent spirit that you have been able to step into to perhaps grow for yourself. It feels like, again, you do have everything you need. Plus, the conclusion of whatever's going on with this 10 of Pentacles and the luck says there's a lucky kind of fortunate energy surrounding this journey. And the home energy here in this card keeps reminding me to go within and love yourself, to honor yourself, to be yourself. Because again, the 7 with the home energy, that vibe is like, I know who I am. You may have been getting to know who you are on the journey thus far, and now you're at a place where you really do understand who you are, more about what it is that you truly desire, maybe what you want. There's this feeling of abundance coming in to lead you forward from clearly a place of stability and security and protection. Wow. This is a very stabilizing card. Let's see what's challenging this energy, what we need to know here. More pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles, she has achievement on this card. So this is crossing this energy here. We're just building the start of a Celtic cross for this pull. So the Eight of Pentacles is a manifestation card, which is lovely. When it's in a challenged position like this, especially challenging your security, you may feel like you have to overachieve, you have to work extra hard to be able to keep that security and have everything that you need and have everything that you want. And you're going to be breaking patterns if you allow into a flow state, is what I just heard. So you see the turtle is flowing on their journey. Also slow and steady, you know, energy is connected to a turtle vibe, of course. Your turtle specifically is the sea turtle in the ocean, etc., flowing. So there isn't actually a ton of extra work that feels required by you. They're telling you here, if you operate from a place of, I have to overdo it, overwork, overachiever energy, it's going to block this stability and security. It may even place you in the lower expression of the Four of Pentacles, which is really worrying about if this is going to last forever, if I'm going to have enough, am I going to lose this, or pop you into a greed energy. I just want more. I just need more. I just want more. I'm going to keep working to be able to provide myself with more and more and more. And there's nothing wrong with wanting an extreme amount of abundance. And in fact, they're telling you that that definitely is available with this kind of pop-out message for you, Group 1. But when you have an Eight of Pentacles crossing your core, this is about working on something, mastering something on the physical plane. So to have it in a challenged position, you really have to be aware of how you are expending your energy, what thoughts perhaps you have around the work you're doing, or how much work you need to do in order to achieve stability, security, financial abundance, financial independence, because you're coming from a place of self-reliance. They need you. The turtle wants you to know that you're good. You have everything you need to be independent and secure. You already have that. So here, overachieving, overworking is only going to block the security and the abundance and the luck energy that's present right now. So that's important to know, because you do already have it. And so overworking to get it when you already have it, that's the energy of this core positioning for you today, Group 1. Let's see what's going on above you. What messages do we have from above? The King of the Ocean and Order. This, of course, is the Emperor of the deck. Another 4 energy coming in. Just want to make sure you can see these cards. We're pulling with a different angle here, which I absolutely love. Okay, so an Emperor above you is just telling you again, you are setting up your life in a different way. You're coming from a place where you feel more in control. The word independence, they have not put that down yet. So I can see it in my mind's eye. They've had it kind of guiding the reading. This sense of being comfortable in your own skin, knowing who you are, being able to take an independent path. It doesn't mean that you're not working with other people, of course, or leaning on people for support, or working in a group even. It just means that you understand now what it is that you truly want. You're getting to know yourself again even better. You're ready to embark upon a more stable and abundant journey. And here, hopefully, you can lean into the fact that you don't have to do extra to be worthy of the life you want, reaching the goals that you want to reach, reaching the dreams that you want to reach, or going on this journey and being able to step into and be led by the divine flow. The Emperor above you, she has order here. This is like getting everything in the exact right order. Also reminding you that there is a divine order to this path for you, to this journey, and to be conscious of being over controlling. So Spirit is basically saying here, putting this in this position, that there is a divine plan, right? And so no matter what it is that you try to control, there is an element that you need to be aware of that is happening in a certain order at a certain time, opportunities being given based on that divine flow. So this is like balancing out the physical. You have all physical cards and a fathering energy, a protection energy, a security energy, Spirit reassuring you that things are lining up exactly as they're supposed to. You actually don't have to push. Again, you have everything you need. Things are coming together. They're going to guide you. If you start seeing a turtle, this is a big thing I would remember here, group one, is like everything is happening exactly as it should. And as I show up for my life and create it in a way that works for me or that creates more abundance in my life, as I structure my life and follow the guidance in an order that works for me, I am able to then receive and stay in the flow. Right? So it's not about overworking. It's like a setup energy, knowing you're in the power position. You're on the throne. Yes, you're on the throne. What's below them here? We've got the Hermit, another major arcana card. So above you and below you, major arcana. The Hermit energy, and they have contemplation here. Okay. This is a card of solitude. So checking in with yourself. Again, they're bringing me back to the 7. The 7s may be important. We haven't pulled the energy of a 7 yet. This is a 9. This is a 4. Stability, energy in who you are, learning who you are, contemplation, coming back to yourself over and over again is what's going to ground this group. Your turtle energy is telling you it's safe for you to go within when you need to take a moment to contemplate. You don't always have to be in a rush to be always doing things, or again, overachieving, overdoing. There is time and need for contemplation along the journey as you're being guided to set things up. If you find yourself in this overly grounded state is what I would say, just because again, we have pentacles in the core, we have a pop-out pentacle, it's very abundant here. You want to take a moment to return to your light within, to return to that home within yourself. It's like going back in your shell to be able to let the flow take you where you're going, and in the meantime you're reconnecting. That's what's going to keep you grounded in a way that is balanced, as opposed to in a way that is burdensome with all of these pentacles. So there's this sort of warning that's coming from the turtle here for you, group one, that says, watch out when you feel burdened. Watch out when you feel like overworked. Your energy is overcooked, overdone. You're tired, or you're feeling exhaustion coming on, or you're feeling low frequency coming on just because it feels heavy, like you're doing too much. Watch out for that energy and lean into this rooted energy, which is, you know what, I think I need some time to myself right now. I think I need to go back within my shell right now, reconnect to myself, give it time to kind of process, see what my inner self has to say. The Hermit really does drown out the voices of others. So, not looking for other people's opinions perhaps at certain times. If you're in the middle of setting up something, or if you are working on something and you feel a little discombobulated, or you feel like it's all getting to be too much, this is the guidance from the turtle to help you get back into the flow of setting things up in an orderly fashion, or being back in your power, back in control of what it is that you truly do want and what your next move may be. You may have to say, I got to think about this. I need a moment. This just feels a bit off. And that's this Hermit energy calling you to reground yourself in your own inner light. Yep, move back into the shell. They're saying it again. Okay, I want to see what the energy from the past is, what it is that we're working from here, what's gone on. Okay. The 5 of Cups and sadness. Okay. I have to say, I felt a 5 coming. I was in my brain, I was thinking, is this going to be a pentacle here, a 5 of Pentacles here? But it's a 5 of Cups, a 5 of water, and the word sadness. So there may have been some disappointing energy in the past for you. Maybe that's what helped you to learn even more about yourself, whatever it is that went on, that you've experienced in your journey. It may have been a 5 of Cups is a card of feeling a bit sad, down, low, hurt feelings, needing to process your feelings, perhaps being a bit disappointed in something, feeling like something ran out, you know. Usually when you have a Five of Cups, you see 2 cups, or excuse me, 3 cups are spilled. Yes, they're correcting me, it's true. 3 cups are spilled out and there are still 2 that are upright. So the figure in the card will be looking at those 3 spilled cups and kind of processing the sadness around it, processing the loss of that energy. So if you felt very disappointed in something, could be disappointed in yourself or the way things have been going. It could have been that someone, hurt you, that they just, it's like hurting your heart. That's what a 5 of Cups is. The cups is all about emotional energy, your heart center, and water is what it's connected to as far as elementally. And so it just feels like you're coming from a place where this shifted you a bit, whatever this was, this emotional turmoil. When you have a 5 of Cups in a high expression, the goal there is to really allow yourself to process the loss, to process the sadness, and to have a change of heart. 5s are about change. So you may have been going through this, and now you're at a time, especially with the turtle that you've chosen, where you understand yourself better. Maybe you're starting to understand why this happened, and you're starting to focus on those 2 other cups that are still present. What you still have to be grateful for, what you still have to work with, that all is not lost. In fact, you're gaining from this experience by what we're seeing. You're gaining a new start, a fresh start, an abundant start, a protected start, a secure start. But they don't want you to be fooled into thinking that you have to do all this extra work. It's like the feeling of being your authentic self is all that's being asked of you. And if you allow yourself to honor that and acknowledge that, then you're always going to be journeying in the right direction. You're always going to be kind of in the flow and checking in with yourself and setting things up in a new way that really feels amazingly abundant and secure. So whatever you've processed or been through, group number 1, know that the shift is happening, the change is happening. You're definitely stepping into a new energy. Let's see what that energy may be here coming up in the future. Yeah. Ooh, practicality she puts on this card. Wow, not expecting that. Okay, the King of Wands. Master of the suit of fire. So we're moving from a disappointing time, currently in a very secure and stabilizing time where we have everything that we need. It really feels like a jumping off point and this abundant new beginning, right? Like to have a 10 pop out. I mean, of course, I'm not expecting a pop out, right? Group 1, I'm pulling the beginning of the cross as it is, the cross part, and that's it. That's all that I'm intending. But that card kept falling out of the deck, and that's why we took it. They want you to know that in this ending, in this shift, in this change, in this regrounding, there is this massive abundant beginning. And when we look to the future here with the King of Wands, this is, again, top of the suit, master of the suit of fire. So you're moving from water energy into stability, earth energy, in order to be able to reignite that fire within yourself and be at the top of your game in doing that. This is inspiration, creativity, charisma, passion, energy, and I love that she puts practicality on this for you. So it's like we're not running away with ourselves, especially not with, the king of the ocean, if you will, the emperor in the above position here, and a hermit. You're not getting carried away by the fire. You're being totally inspired to create this new life. I suspect that if you lean into this and you're willing to do the work that you need to do on the physical plane, allowing the flow to guide you, continuing to check in with yourself, know that you're on this abundant journey. And this 5 of Cups energy was not, of course, for nothing at all. That was to teach you, to help you understand what you truly do have, to help you understand yourself better, etc. This new beginning leads to your spark being completely ignited and you being able to lead your life in an inspiring, passionate, creative way. But because we have the practicality energy, we're not losing our head. I love that. It's like you're not getting lost in the inspiration and becoming ungrounded, right? You're actually being very practical about it. You're allowing yourself to like go, this is what's inspiring me now. What can I do about it? How can I set up my life in a way that feels good and abundant without overworking myself, without overdoing it, without disregarding my inner light? it's like you keep coming home. You literally are your home, and you're journeying forward as you move into yourself. It's like this deeper look. And here we see that you're taking practical steps and putting practical measures in place to be able to shine your light to the brightest degree, is how they're saying it, to the brightest degree. This is about leading your life with fire, with passion, with your true spirit operating at its full capacity. So that's what you're moving into, and it's wonderful. It's a wonderful energy. Okay, I'm gonna move this guy down here so we can see your final message. What final message do you have for group 1? Ooh, inner desires. It says, set some intentions. You are entering a phase of plenty or may have a sudden windfall. Wow, that is in direct combination with this energy. So now we understand this is coming here. Amazing. Lots and lots and plentiful abundance and prosperity. Goals are within your grasp. Set some intentions is the first sentence there. It's a 3-word sentence that we want to make sure that we're taking into consideration, especially with this kind of energy, because we don't want to get carried away and overworking without an intention. You're entering a phase of plenty or may have a sudden windfall. Goals are in your grasp. I love this. This tells us that all the things that you have been through, all the work that you've been doing, and what you will continue to do is going to literally provide you with this massive amount of luck, abundance. You're in a beautiful, positive alignment. The sea turtle here is really asking you to lean into that energy, to trust it, to understand that you are beginning a new phase of plenty, of abundance, of prosperity. And you may have something come in suddenly. It may be a windfall of money. It could also be a windfall of understanding, of insight, of inspiration, etc. Whatever it is that you would like to achieve at this time, this is the beginning of a new journey for you where your goals are completely within your grasp. You are going to be able to achieve them, group number 1. So I hope that this serves you for today and as you move forward. Love this turtle message for you. Your inner desires are definitely being seen, heard, and hopefully you are acknowledging them. It was my absolute pleasure to read for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a like. You can share it with your friends so that they can choose their turtle spirit animal message as well. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss my future readings. If you would like more information about spirit animals and the information that they have for you when you see them popping up in your life, I do have a spirit animal handbook that you can check out down in the description. Again, I hope that this serves you as you move forward into this beautiful, inspiring, prosperous energy, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, group 2, and welcome to your turtle spirit animal reading. If you're listening to this, you've chosen the second card option here. Small steps, big accomplishments. This is card number 8, which is very important because 8 is the number of the self, the number of manifestation. It is an energy that helps us to understand that you know yourself better than ever, that you're making tracks now. And of course, the initial message is all about one step at a time, small steps. This is really a slow and steady wins the race kind of a turtle message if you've chosen this group. We also see the turtle both flowing forward and on top of the world, which is really cool, right? To just think of that phrase, I'm on top of the world, and I'm moving in the direction that I know I meant to go in, that is completely aligned with my authenticity. I'm manifesting as I move, slow and steady. So obviously we understand here for you, group number 2, that even the smallest of actions that you take are really going to make a big difference in your life. Whatever it is that you feel aligned with right now, it's going to be extremely important for you to trust, is what I would say, because you have that 8. It's this sense of self and sense of understanding perhaps your purpose or, again, your direction, and trusting that that is what is going to guide you. I can see this is the core card and here's the challenge card, so I'm just going to set that there. First, we're going to take a look at your core energy at this time, what the spirit animal wants you to understand. Six of Pentacles and generosity. And you can see we're in the suit of the turtle here in this deck, right? This is the suit of Earth. And this turtle card is all about karmic energy, things balancing out. Again, you feeling like you are in alignment with what it is perhaps that you truly desire. Maybe again, you feel purposeful energy guiding you in your life at this time, especially taking each step. So along the way, you're checking in to making sure this feels in alignment for you. Yeah, they are talking about people-pleasing energy right now. They're talking about how you give of your time and making shifts or changes to balance that out for yourself. So maybe you're already in the midst of doing that, group two. You've understood where your energy needs to be given or directed, where you need to be, yes, generous with your mind, with your thoughts, you know, with your time and the energy output. This is a card that asks for balance on the physical plane. The reason why it's a karmic card is because Spirit is working in conjunction with you to bring in what it is that you have worked for. So it's a physical manifestation card in that way. Oftentimes there are wonderful gifts that are provided here on the physical plane from the universe just because you're working in conjunction with your highest alignment. Again, you're understanding and manifesting along the way, little by little, and this creates this balancing of the scales, this feeling of I'm reaping what I'm sowing, right? What it is that I've worked for is coming to fruition. So I would say if you've been people pleasing a lot, or you're like just saying yes to things that you don't mean to say yes to, like you're just saying it out of some sort of a obligation or a conditioned thought that brings up feelings of, you know, guilt, shame, fear, you may be kind of cutting that out of your life. This may be a marker for you right now that's telling you within yourself, I don't need to do that anymore. I can say yes to the things that I feel completely aligned with. I don't have to continue to unconsciously say yes or say yes out of obligation. You know, you're releasing the obligatory energy and really focusing on what it is that you want to spend your time and energy on, period. And that provides this beautiful support from the universe to come in and deliver on that accord. So expect gifts coming in on the physical plane. Expect to see that karmic balance happening. You may have already met a marker where you've given what you needed to give in a certain place with a certain group of people on your path and on your journey. And at this time, it's shifting. So you've released it, you know, healing that. And now you're in this more balanced, harmonious state. Let's see what might be challenging you here. The Ace of Cups and love. Okay. This is the suit of emotions. This is the suit of your heart center. This is a representation of your heart here. So to have this crossing this, again, they're bringing up the saying yes to things that you love and only things that are like a yes for you. This is a card of self-love, right? It's the beginning of a new path for you to be able to give to yourself in a different way. You may be taking small steps and feeling big, big energy as a result of taking these beautiful steps to love yourself, to heal yourself, to share your love with the people or the, you know, groups or the places or the things or the hobbies, you know, putting your heart into the things that you truly do desire or that you truly do love, that you know is in alignment for you. To have this in a crossed position or a challenged position, especially around or on top of a Six of Pentacles core energy, it is so important to do what you love, to not, they're saying, okay, they're saying to betray, not to betray your heart. Interesting. So always checking in with your heart center, not the word betray. They're using the word betray. I mean, I don't know that I would use that word. It feels like a very strong, you know, word to use, but it's like really honoring yourself, loving yourself first is needed, prioritizing yourself, not putting other people's wants, needs, or what they think you should do ahead of what you truly desire and what your heart is truly telling you. This is about taking really good care of yourself, right? So you got to put yourself in a priority position. If you find that you're bumping up against this kind of a challenge, just remember that this is a goal. This is a karmic energy. So this is the goal. It's to balance out your life in a different way, to take these small steps to do that. Remember this card, right? You're tuning into yourself and making these big steps, big accomplishments with small steps. So it's like small steps are big steps. Less is more, right? So you don't have to like rip off the Band-Aid and do all this crazy stuff and detach from all this, groups and people and be really dramatic about it. It doesn't feel like that at all. It's these little decisions that you're going to be making to love yourself more. It's the moment where somebody invites you to something or somebody asks you for something and you allow that little moment, that tiny small step to say, you know what, I'm just gonna sleep on it, okay? And then I'll get back to you. That's honoring your heart center and giving yourself a moment to check in and say, is this something that I do wanna spend my time and energy? Is this gonna overload me? Is this gonna kick me out of balance or out of whack? Do I even wanna do this? Am I even connected to this anymore? And if you feel like it's a yes, why do I feel like it's a yes? Really checking in with your heart center and giving yourself those moments is going to be so important to be able to overcome this kind of a challenge, because it is a new path. When you get an ace, you're starting something here. So I would say give yourself grace little by little, right? Little by little. Give yourself grace as you're trying to figure out how to love yourself better, how to prioritize yourself, etc. Yeah, I see it. We're looking at what's above you now here. Aha, the Hanged Man. She has limbo on this card. The Hanged Man energy is definitely a card of taking a break. You can see this mermaid or merman is upside down here, hanging upside down. Is the indication that Spirit will deliver you the information that you need if you are willing to take that break, to surrender over. This is a card of surrender. It's a card of taking a break. It's a card of not assuming or staying in like old cyclical patterns and being led by your mind only. The universe, spirit, this beautiful turtle spirit animal wants you to take that time, to take that break, to not push forward in the same way, especially if it does not feel aligned with your heart center. When you get a Hanged Man energy, especially above you like this is about surrendering over to the divine wisdom, waiting, being patient, waiting, taking the break that you need, not continuing to push forward, assuming or expecting, they're saying, or expecting. So assumptions, expectations, you want to be aware of that energy for sure. And then taking the time to kind of go, I'm not sure, I don't know. When you go, let me have, the night, if it doesn't come to you during the evening and you go to get back to someone and you still don't know, realizing that that is okay, right, is the point. Realizing, I am going to just need a little bit of time. I don't have clarity on this yet. It's okay for you to say that, is what they're saying, right? It's okay for you to wait until you have the insight that you need, the clarity that you need to come off of this hanging position and continue to walk your path until you know what the next step is divinely and it sits pretty in your heart center and it feels balanced to you. It feels like the right thing to do, the right thing to expend your energy on, or the right thing to spend your time on. It's safe for you to wait. It's safe for you to be patient. With the Hanged Man, this figure is just going, I'm open, I'm ready, let me know, give me clarity whenever it is that you feel that I'm meant to know this. I'm open to it, and I'll hang out here until I understand, so that I don't continue to move in this unconscious way, like continue to move forward in an unconscious, unconnected way. So simply mind only. So take those breaks when you need them. The universe, spirit, this turtle is really urging you to give yourself permission to do that. And I bet they'll remind you, ooh, this card's flipping out below you. Yeah, okay. The Page of Swords This is the start of a new chapter in the suit of air. Gossip. Interesting that she puts that there. Gossip energy. You can see we've got that sword up, another indication of needing to check in with yourself, making sure that you are listening, that you are open to learning a new way, that you are open to new thoughts, new insights that are coming in for you, that you are willing to explore what the divine may have for you, willing to explore a different thought process around something, especially if you're making, you know, those changes in your everyday experience, you're breaking old cycles, you've, you know, hit a karmic marker on your path where that is over and you're no longer willing to do that because you've done what you needed to do. A Page of Swords says below you, you've got this explorative discovery kind of energy, wanting you to be an open channel, wanting you to be willing to discover. The gossip energy is interesting here as well because you don't want to get wrapped up in dramatic gossip and, again, other people's idea of what it is that you should be doing, what step you should take next, right? I think that that's a little bit of a warning here, that it can unground you if you start caring so much about how other people are going to judge you, what other people think about it, what they might be saying about you, how they're talking about you, whatever. This in a high expression below you says, I am this open channel for this new chapter of understanding. I'm willing to learn. I'm keeping my mind open. Let me know the truth. Let me have the clarity. Show me what I'm supposed to understand. It's a new beginning. So you've got an ace here and then the page. These are both indications of fresh starts or new beginnings happening. And they're in very interesting positions, right? This is like, can you be open-minded? Can you not combat your mind, but not get taken down by the worry or the drama or the gossip or the stress that your mind might be feeding you around making different moves or prioritizing yourself or taking some time to listen to your heart and being sure about what it is you want to engage in? Or are you going to get wrapped up in it and be taken down by it? You know, I feel like we really want to take this into consideration, especially because it can make you feel so low and heavy. And like, where is what I've been working? Like, where's the payoff for this? It can make you feel like that if you don't have this explorative energy and this willingness to invite the divine information in. So you're getting divine information above you here by taking the break, and you're getting it in a new chapter with messages coming in to ground you here below you. So it's going to be very important to be open-minded here, especially when you're asking, what shall I do next? What shall I learn? What do I need to understand? Very cool. It all feels connected to this this slow and steady, like forward movement that your sea turtle or your turtle guide is trying to hand to you or give to you. Let's see what's going on in the past or what you've been through here. The Eight of Pentacles and Achievement. So yeah, this feels like lots and lots of hard work, pushing, making it through, showing up for the thing. Another 8 here. The Eight of Pentacles is a card that tells me that you've been working really hard. It's a card on the physical plane of manifestation. So it's not to say that you haven't been able to create things in your life. You may have had some really wonderful achievements and accomplishments come out of the hard work and the pushing forward and the showing up and the being willing to do the work that is needed. And maybe, again, old conditioning that told you I got to show up for this person, I got to say yes to this thing, I got to fill my schedule with this, I got to be able to do that thing and master this and get this done and yada yada, on and on. And I think that this feels like this is the marker. They're saying there's a marker of achievement where you worked for, shown up for people, places, things, had accomplishments in your life, worked towards goals, worked very hard towards goals. This is a hard-working card. This is how you get it. You show up and you do the work here on the physical plane with an Eight of Pentacles. So you've done that hard work, and now we're moving into a much more balanced energy here where we're like, breathe and exhale and breathe and let's check in. Something new is beginning. I am tapping into my heart more instead of driving forward, you know. constantly just, what is the work I need to do today? What do I need to work on today? What am I doing today? What am I showing up for? And I'm talking about physically. So you've definitely hit a marker of achievement, which is absolutely wonderful. And now we're shifting into a different kind of flow for the future. So, top of the world, well done is what I would say, group number 2. Now it's time to shift and prioritize yourself a bit more. Let's see what we have going on for you in the future. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles. They've got loyalty here, which is appropriate. Riding the turtle. Look at that. Almost like you're not doing the heavy lifting. The turtle wants to lead you forward. That's lovely. Now, a Knight of Pentacles is a movement card. So we can see the movement happening here in the future, which is absolutely lovely. I mean, of course we want to see that happening. How are we going to move? That's the question when you get a Knight. How are we going to move forward? What is the energy connected to our forward movement? And in this case, this is the slowest moving Knight. Of course, you've got your turtle that you're sitting on and leaning on and being guided by. Small steps, big accomplishments, right? Small steps, big accomplishments. You are on top of the world, and that is absolutely amazing. But in the future, so we balance out here, prioritize, we're listening more, we're ready for this new chapter, and then we take one step at a time. I mean, if there was a card that is small steps, big accomplishments, this is the card for it, the Knight of Pentacles. As I said, all knights move, but the quality of the suit gives you the energy of the movement, and this is the earth, the suit of earth. This is this earth element, so it's grounded. It's, I'm checking in with myself, I'm checking in, I'm doing the research I need, I'm getting the insight I need, I'm taking a moment, I'm not in any rush. Slow and steady, flowing forward. When I get the indicator, I take the next step, and I know that it is in full alignment. The only other thing I want to say is around the loyalty energy, right? So this is, again, about that people-pleasing, saying yes to things, noticing what it is that has worked for you in the past, and then what it is you want to keep to make you feel like you are considering yourself and considering your heart. You want to ask yourself, am I loyal to this? Is this a real yes for me? I think the loyalty needs to be in the heart center first. You really do need to prioritize yourself, group 2. It's so important for this beautiful forward movement. This is abundant forward movement. The Knight of Pentacles is not afraid to pause for research, be very practical about what it is that he or she is getting into, what step they're going to take. They want to know the ground by which they're going to be stepping on next. They're not in a rush whatsoever. And I love the word loyalty, because you can see that with the balanced out energy, you don't have to work the way you used to work. There's not a pushing energy. There's a flow. There's a small steps, step by step, big accomplishments, making tracks. Because you're in a position where you have done that already, now it's okay for you to kind of lean into your inner guidance, listen, explore, think about it perhaps in a different way, do the research if you need to, do what you need to do, and place your loyalty in the right spot, right? Notice who it is that you're being loyal to, what you're being loyal to, and if that's in alignment anymore to help you make those decisions to move forward. And you'll always be moving in the right direction here. I mean, you have this beautiful turtle that you get to sit on the back of, and yeah, flow forward. Okay, let's see final message here for you. Oh, beautiful. And we've got the word love here, right? On your Ace of Cups. It says love where you are. It's a 24/6 with that 6 of Pentacles. Love this. Use your sensitivity to know when to act. Connect your heart to your head when determining what you would like. So it's a nice sum up to remind you to love where you are now. As I said, I feel like you have definitely done a ton of work, that you have been able to achieve some amazing things, that you should be very proud of yourself. And now there's just this new energy coming in for you because you have been able to hit the marker of achievement in a certain area of life. Could be in your work for sure with all of these pentacles. It could be in your home life. It could be with your physical self, your health, your healing, whatever it is. This is about loving yourself, knowing you did what you needed to do, and you can shift now. You can tune in now. Connect to your heart, right? Don't avoid that energy, because it's how you're going to overcome whatever might be holding you back from feeling harmonious, from those generous gifts that are coming in from the universe to show you you're on the right path. Connect your heart to your head when determining what you would like. And with an open mind and a heart that is prioritizing what the heart's desire is, or what your heart has to say, you'll know exactly what action to take. And you can rest assured that slow and steady really is the way forward. It's the way to gain big accomplishments for you in the future, when maybe that wasn't the case in the past. Now we're moving into this really loving reciprocity type of energy that feels like surety and exploration and discovery, and just loving yourself in a different way, loving where you are, because there's no place else that you're meant to be, right, group 2? So I hope that this serves you as you move forward. It was my absolute pleasure to read for you. If you found something helpful in this reading, I would love for you to give this video a like, share it with your friends so they can choose their turtle spirit animal message as well. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss my future readings. And if you feel like something's resonating that you'd like to share, you can leave me a comment down below. If you want more information about spirit animals and the guidance that they provide when they're popping up in your life, I have a Spirit Animals Handbook listed in the description down below for you, so you can check that out. Once again, I hope that this serves you, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your turtle spirit animal reading today. If you're listening to this, you've chosen the third card option here, card number 62. So breaking apart that number, balance, harmony, couplings, decisions, all wrapped up into one. And then if we add those two together, that's an 8. So this is about manifestation and knowing yourself. It says, turtle spirit, slow and steady, wins the race. So an absolute beautiful message from your turtle spirit animal to let you know that it's okay to flow, that things are balancing out, that you can make these beautiful decisions that are going to provide more harmony in your life. To me, the vibrancy of this card speaks to your authentic nature, knowing about yourself, your purposeful energy, and being able to be in complete alignment as you flow forward, not trying to rush even in the slightest. They just said, even in the slightest. Oh, that's why I'm just pulling this card for your final message here. So not trying to rush even in the slightest, group 3. It's almost the feeling of letting the current take you for real. And we are dealing with, of course, a spirit animal turtle energy. The turtle offers many messages, and being in the flow and allowing the current to take you is definitely one of them. There's something about the vibrancy of the card as well that was coming through as I was prepping for your reading. This almost enlightening energy that is coming through for this group. So again, no need to rush, feeling the balance, making sure you're checking in. Let's get more information. So first we're going to look at your core energy right now. Let's see what we have here. The Page of Wands and creativity. Lovely. Creativity energy with a page. This is a fresh chapter that's happening. This is the Page of Fire coming in for you. So this is all about really trusting your own spirit within, trusting your spirit to lead you, being very open to what's inspiring you, how your passion is leading you. And maybe in the past you're like, we have to be more analytical about things. We've got to be able to understand why we're doing something. But when you get a page in a core, it tells us, yes, there is going to be news being offered to you. There's going to be this light that's kind of wanting to grow within you. And with your particular turtle spirit, I mean, that vibrancy is there. It feels like there's this creative flow that you're meant to kind of step into now, engage in, they're saying, and make decisions upon. So you're really trusting in this opening of your spirit, this extension of your light is how they're saying it. A Page of Wands is always very excited about what's inspiring them, and they kind of like to explore that. They want to discover more of what they feel passionate about and how the light is leading them. So that's the goal here. And again, because it is a page, that's the reason why I'm saying there's this fresh start. The way that the minor arcana is set up in each suit, you got 1 through 10, which is indicative of a certain chapter in your life. And then when you get into the court cards, the pages begin those 4 higher level cards in each suit. And so because you have this page in your core, we can tell that there's going to be these new sparks of inspiration, that you're working from a place that is not brand new, let's say, right? Like we've made it 1 through 10. Now we're here in this new chapter, and that 62-8 tells me you are connected to yourself. You know yourself pretty well. And if you can allow this harmony and this flow to kind of come into your life and aid in your decision making, if you can trust where the creative flow wants to lead you, where you're being inspired to go next, or what you're choosing in a passionate way as opposed to an analytical only way, this is what's in alignment with this kind of energy for you. Sparks happening and wanting to grow, exploring your light, exploring your passions. Let's see what's challenging this energy. Do you want both of these? No. Do we want these at all? No. Okay, well, let's keep shuffling then. What is challenging this Page of Wands, please? Okay, I want this one. Fabulous. The Chariot and movement. Okay, this is the reason why I'm giggling a little is because the Chariot is such a lovely card of like movement towards success, but we can see the kind of movement that your turtle spirit is giving if you've chosen this group. Turtles always generally will have this slow and steady energy attached to them, or this flow energy attached to them for sure. So this is indicative of the entirety of this kind of pull in general. So the movement is going to be slow and steady. However, with a Chariot crossing your core, you may feel like things are needing to move faster than they actually are meant to, right? Or that you want things to speed up. You may also feel that you are, again, in your head a little too much. And so trusting your true passion, trusting that fire within is going to be, again, very important with a Chariot crossing your core. It could feel like things are slowing down to speed up, you know? So you got to keep that in mind with a Chariot in a challenge position. The slow and steady, your mind may be going, this is way too slow. Why are we only doing this one thing when we could be doing all these things right now? Shouldn't we be firing up this cylinder and firing up that cylinder and working on this and thinking about that and, looking into this and researching that? It may feel like you want to move fast, or your brain, your analytics are telling you, we should be on this. This should be moving a little quicker. What's going on? Something's wrong. But that's the challenge, is to understand that everything is happening at the right speed, and that speed may not be as fast as you think it is. This is the fire energy is pretty fast moving energy. So you may find that you have this spark of inspiration that comes out of nowhere, or that you get something highlighted in your life and you're like, oh my God, this feels so good. I know this is the decision that I want to make. Let's go. And then the movement feels like it's not ready to go, like how fast your brain thinks it should go. It's leaning into a slow and steady flow, of course, because you're in slow and steady wins the race because it's literally written here. So trusting that the slow movement, even if your brain is expecting it to go faster, is in alignment. The other thing with a chariot crossing your core that I would say, and that they're bringing up, is understanding that the chariot is led by the co-creation energy. So both you and spirit working together in alignment to move that chariot forward. That's what creates the success energy, because you're in divine alignment and you're listening, right? And you're asking. And so when something pops up, an insight or an inspiration, you can ask further about it. You can try new things. You can be open to that. You can be open to discovering why it is you feel that you're being pulled to this or curious about this, and checking in with your spirit team, with the divine, asking your turtle spirit animal if they have anything else for you about this and how this is meant to move and what is the next step and am I moving in the right direction. I mean, the guidance is really going to be needed in order to overcome this challenge. If you're just getting the inspiration and then tapping only into your mindset and forgetting about the fact that you are a divine being that is connected to divine wisdom that's meant to guide you forward, it will feel like stalled energy and frustration even, because it's not moving as fast or like you want it to move. So those things are going to be very important to overcome, because you have such a beautiful, fiery, discovery, spirited energy in your core. That doesn't always equal fast movement or the kind of movement that you might expect. Let's look at what's above you, and I can see the below you card, so I'm just going to place that there as well. So what's above group 3? King of Swords and ambition. Lovely. You guys feel like your mind is definitely going to be testing you. Now that we're seeing these cards, it's like, okay, this is going to be, I feel like you guys are an ambitious group anyway. I like that they put ambition on that card. And I probably the way that your mind works in general is, let's go, let's get it done. We have something going on. Let's move it along. Let's come up with a strategy. Let's communicate it. Let's get the plan in place. Let's move it along. And the King of Swords is about that energy for sure. The ambition energy, the knowing, the truth, the clarity, the order of things, very intelligent, using his mind. But the high expression of a King of Swords is all about trusting in your divine channel and then using your mind in conjunction with that. So both your heart and your mind, your intuition and your mind, that divine insight and clarity will be in equal measure, if anything, right, to your mind. It's not going to be off balance. When you get into a low expression, which is why I said your mind might be doing a number on you in this group number 3, you guys need to pay attention to how your mind is directing things and if it's like taking over the divine channel or what is true, because again, the movement may not be in the alignment of what your analytics is saying to you. So in a high expression, you've got that in balance. Master of the suit, right? King of Swords. He's the top. He's the leader of that suit, leader of the suit of air. He's not going to create a strategy or move forward with something or communicate about it until he has the alignment of spirit in his soul. You know, he's going like, what is the clarity I need to know? And it needs to sit exactly right in my intuition. I need the knowing, not just the thinking about it. I need the knowing too, before I can then engage my mind and put together a beautiful strategy that feels both in alignment with what my brain is telling me and what I already know to be true intellectually, as well as what I know to be true in my heart, right? Or divinely true. So you want to stay in the high expression. This is what's above you. It's what's going to guide you. You have the ability to be at a very high degree of intuition and intelligence working together with the King of Swords above you. It's like you're capable of this and using that ambition in a way that really works for you, but doesn't feed you illusions about how this is all going to come together. That doesn't leave any space for the divine or doesn't check in with the co-creation energy at all and just barrels forward analytically. When he's in a low expression, yeah, he can be like a know-it-all, all up in his head. He can be very rude with his wording, you know, biting with his tongue. You know, this is a communication energy. So we want to make sure that we're checking on our mind and how it is guiding us for sure in this group, I would say, because you have such a beautiful high degree above you to be in this leadership position of your life and to trust both your intelligence and your intuition working together on this fiery, sparky energy. This is like the elements all coming together to serve you. In fact, knowing this and the intention, yeah, this King of Swords will most certainly understand that sometimes slow and steady wins the race. Like he's not in any illusion about the flow of it, the timing of it, that it would be out of alignment with the divine flow. So you trusting the flow is also part of the energy, right? And you may need to break any kind of illusions your mind may have around how it's supposed to flow or how fast it's supposed to flow. He, in a high alignment here, will say, it flows the way it's supposed to flow. You know, we are not in control of how fast something comes or how fast it's meant to move. We are the channel, right? And we're the ones who are setting it up. We use our beautiful divine ambition along with our intelligence to make the moves we need to make when we're called to make them. We set things up in a way that can support us and that the flow is supporting. So he definitely takes into consideration, you know, the divine orchestration of it all. It's like he's not in an illusion about it, right? Okay, let's see what we have below you here. Ah, the sun and happiness. Wonderful. A major arcana card here. Okay. They're talking about a bit of the healing energy that can come from the sun card. Also, it just feels like this is a better state for you to be in. That's the feeling that they're giving me. Like, you may be healing some old narratives about how it is you have to move, how it is you have to make decisions, you know, getting caught up in things that create imbalances in your life just because your brain tells you that's what you're supposed to be doing, or this equals I am valuable, I am worthy, I am successful, etc. It feels like there's some healing that is going on, so that's rooting you, but also this way of being, this kind of trusting that slow and steady wins the race. I can follow my passion a bit. I'm working in conjunction with spirit. I am listening. I'm not ignoring my mind. I'm just using it in a way that really serves me. Creates this different kind of foundation for you to work from, this joyful, happy, flowing, vibrant kind of energy. Yeah, the way that the card is depicted, they're saying this is something that you have perhaps wanted, that you've been moving towards, or that you've hoped for, that the energy or the intention by which you work from or exist in that guides you, like the foundational energy that you're working from, is one of joy, is one of happy, is one of inspiration, is one of creativity, is one of, you know, that beautiful fiery light. Right? Maybe you've always wanted to like go after your dream or make tracks on something that's more creative, but your brain has been telling you, no, you can't do that. You have to have this checked off first, and then this, and then that, and make these achievements and do all these things or whatever. You have to have the right amount of money. You have to have the right people. You have to have the right intelligence. You have to be this age, you know? And so it's something that you've always desired, you know, to let your light shine or to allow your passion or your inspiration or what you want to create to be more at the forefront, to make decisions around that. And this feels like that kind of energy. Like we're working from a more joyful place. You're operating and making decisions from a more joyful place. It doesn't mean that you're not discounting the intellect. I want to say that again. It doesn't mean that we disregard our mind altogether. Not with a King of Swords like that in above you. You're actually learning how to use your mind to create this beautiful, happy, harmonious balance in your life, especially in your decision making. It really is understanding yourself better and being open to creating that light within yourself and making choices based on that without feeling like it's healing any kind of old narratives that say you can't do that, you can't be that, that's not okay. Instead, you're like, yes, I can. And it's all right if I moved. You see how these are children. If I moved in that way based on something I learned in my childhood in the past, it's okay. Because from now on, I'm going to give some light and love and attention to what is sparking within me. I don't always have to be in my head. I can be in my spirit, and I can work from a more joyful place, a more happy energy. Let's see what's behind you. Okay. Five of Pentacles, abandonment. Interesting. Okay. A Five of Pentacles is an interesting card because I love this card just because it comes with this feeling of, lack and feeling like you don't have what you need, like you don't have the answers, you don't have the tools, you don't have the resources, and things may not change. It's this fear energy that often comes with a Five of Pentacles, that you are going to be abandoned, that there isn't going to be the resources you need, or the people are going to, like turn you away, not be there for you, or you're never going to be able to figure out how to use the resources. The reason why I love the card is because in a high expression, it's an empowerment energy that allows you to realize that you have been the key all along to making these changes, or to using the resources that you do have to make shifts in your life, that you're not actually ever abandoned, right? Spirit especially never abandons you. So when you feel alone, or you feel like this is never going to change, like what am I going to do? Maybe you felt like in a lost place, or in a place where you were lonely or abandoned. For instance, you're in the wrong job, your environment isn't serving you, you're in a relationship that isn't working, you're making decisions about your physical life, so your body and how you take care of yourself, your schedule every day is making you feel lost and drained and lonely, and like you have no energy, and you don't have what it takes to shift this. If you've been feeling like that, we're moving into a whole new chapter where your spirit leads the way, your fire leads the way. So hopefully, Group 3, you have been coming to the conclusion here in the past of the high expression of this, which is I'm the one. It's a responsibility energy. That's why I like it, because if something is outside of your control, there's nothing you can do about it, right? And that's where the divine comes in to help us to understand that we're not working alone, we're not abandoned. The divine is always, your spirit team is always helping you and guiding you, even in those times where you're like, I am alone. They're like, we know you feel that way, but we're still here. So when you get into the high expression of a Five of Pentacles, you start to realize this is my responsibility to make this change. I don't need to rely on someone else to save me, to tell me it's okay, to give me permission to shift this. I can shift this. I'm never abandoned. And it's a spirit of not abandoning yourself either. When you get this in a high expression, it's change on the physical plane. So you may have been putting your resources in different places or thinking about it. Maybe you're in a different regimen with your physical self. Maybe you've been wanting to change your schedule to incorporate a bit more of your spirit, or what you want to do, what you're passionate about. All of that is in alignment with this kind of card behind you here. So again, it's not a fast energy, but it's an acknowledgement that you're in the power position, that nobody has abandoned you. That's why you're like, well, if I follow my spirit, then shouldn't it move fast? Maybe not. Talk to spirit. Make sure that you are connected. There's some healing that's going on here for you, and it may be healing these old narratives about what you have, what's available to you, and how it is that you have the power to use it. And if that's going on for you, that's okay. It's in alignment. This healing is happening simultaneously as you're opening up this new discovery energy, this curious energy about where your true passion is, what you want to explore for yourself, and giving yourself the grace to do that in the rhythm that is right for you, that is divinely aligned for you. Right. And I love this. I feel like we're coming out of it. It's like I said, it really truly is an empowerment card that helps you to remember that you're the key to all of this, that you get to make the changes. And they don't need to be speedy, speedy things. It can be slow and steady progress that is almost, in this case for you, group 3, much more valuable. Sometimes the healing process, takes a while, and that's okay because it's leading you to this happy, joyful, foundational energy that's almost the opposite of this in a low expression. This lack, abandonment energy, you're moving into being grounded in a very high frequency, a very different kind of belief system, almost an energetic system, an energetic vortex, frequency, very different than this. Things may have changed in the past or are changing, and you're starting to realize your true power and remember, and that's beautiful. So let's see what's up ahead for you now that we know that some change was afoot. Yeah, you may have even felt abandoned by someone, or like someone isn't caring the way that you want them to care, or they're not noticing you. Like in a job, you're being overlooked, but you don't have control over that stuff, right? You can do everything you can to get that promotion, but if they go, nope, we're giving it to this person, and maybe that person hasn't done nearly the amount of work you've done to earn it, then where is your power? Where is your responsibility to yourself? That's kicking you into this new chapter that says, I'm going to follow what's right for me, what I'm inspired to do. I know my true light, and I'm going to take some time to explore that. The old cycle may have been to stay in that abandoned state and go, well, I guess I'm not worthy of it. I guess I'm not valued enough. Instead, what's happening now is you're recognizing the true value that you do have. You're not doubting that anymore. And with this King of Swords, you're going to get clarity and truth on that so that your ambition and your drive can be motivated by what it is that you know intellectually. And again, what's coming in through your intuition, and your spirit will be enlightened. You just have to be willing to discover yourself and allowing yourself to take the time to do that. Yeah, it's like not trying to rush through the healing process. Yeah, healing can't be rushed, exactly. Okay, let's see what's ahead here. Wow, look at that. Lovely. Look at all your turtles, yay. Swimming around you. This is the suit of the turtles you can see here in this deck. King of Pentacles, 2 kings here for this group. Amazing. A King of Pentacles, of course, is a very grounded, she has trust here, which I like, a very grounded king. He is not afraid to, put in the work that needs to be done in order to create the most abundant lifestyle for himself and his family. Is very protective energy with a King of Pentacles here on the physical plane. Moving into this from a Page of Wands, we can see that here, I mean, what a jump. It's a beautiful jump here for you, group 3. Wow. If you were ever, wondering if I have the wherewithal, if I have the power, if I have the courage, if I have the strength, if I am able to do this, this is telling us, of course, absolutely. You just have to claim responsibility for the changes you need to make. To remember that, you're not abandoned. Please don't abandon yourself. And you hop to the master of the suit here through exploring what's truly inspiring you and allowing yourself to heal and make these changes work from a different foundational energy, right? It's like telling yourself the truth, honoring that, creating a different kind of plan and strategy for your life, allowing the time it takes to be able to do that. You're literally winning the race of life with a King of Pentacles ahead of you, trusting in yourself, trusting in the flow, trusting in the path. The King of Pentacles does really good at just physical life. He is sometimes pictured as a really great business person. He makes very great decisions with his finances, of course. Like I said, he's not afraid of showing up for the hard work, and he's also not afraid to say the day is over. The work is over for today. I'm going to go and enjoy my life. I'm going to go and enjoy my family. I'm going to go and enjoy what I've built and what I've earned. He enjoys the physical experience. So this is you, again, coming from a very different foundational energy, trusting yourself, trusting your path, trusting the flow, trusting your passion, trusting your, what's inspiring you and what you're creating and the timing of it all, and enjoying your life, right? Letting yourself enjoy your life. Is there anything else you want to say about this, Spirit? It's such a grounding energy where your head is held high. The leadership is around the kind of life of your dreams vibe. So, it may take you a bit to get to this energy, right? Your turtle spirit wants to remind you of that it's okay if it takes a bit of time, but the high degree that you're moving towards sees you in this beautiful, abundant, prosperous positioning in your life with this joyful, healed, happiness, growth kind of energy below you, right? A king above you and moving toward a king in the future, they're saying it'll be well worth it. You'll probably love what it is that you're engaging in, putting your time and energy into working on. You may not love every part of it because, that's life, but it feels like it will be very purposeful. You may be in a leadership position even in doing that. If you're like working on your body, this is like you're trusting your body to make decisions for you and you're not being super strict. You're allowing yourself to enjoy a bit and it's giving you, the physical self of your dreams, right? Well worth it. Again, a home, a job, a career, a leadership position, that position that you wanted, in the example before, like they pass over you. So you tap into what kind of company you truly want to work for and you start getting insights on how you can be guided to that or where you're meant to apply or what have you. And they put you in the position that you always knew you were meant to be in. It earns you more money. It allows you to have more time off or to, go on that vacation, to spend money on yourself in a different way, to enjoy your life differently. This is a beautiful energy for you to move into. And again, slow and steady wins the race. We're talking about pentacles here, right? The grounded energy, feeling really safe, secure, trusting yourself, trusting your path, being in a wonderful, wonderful, happy alignment. Love it. Okay, let's see final message for you here, group number 3. Ooh, love. Okay. I love when this card shows up, by the way. 62-8, 35-8. So again, you're at a place where you really know yourself. And I love that. And the manifestation is happening. Help appears in various ways. There is much support for you. And I just want to stop and pause and be like, yes, if you have felt abandoned, this is your spirit team and your turtle spirit animal reminding you, spirit has never abandoned you and they never will. There is much support for you. Sometimes you may get so adrift, you forget to look to the support systems that are with you continually. So co-creation vibes, once again, for your path forward, this real assistance message coming in to close your reading here. Group number 3, making sure that you remember and you are reminded that just when you least expect it, that's when the miracles occur. Make sure that you're tapping in, especially for this group. Tap into your spirit team. You have it everywhere we're looking, right? For the road forward, for the best next steps. Ask and you shall receive. Help appears in various ways. That's essentially what this is reminding you of. Ask and you shall receive. Be the open channel. Be willing to explore and discover a new chapter of your life where you feel not abandoned, but fully supported. Fully supported. There is so much support for you. There's much support for you. And sometimes you just forget, right, to tap in. So make this a part of your daily practice is what I would say. That are continually with you or that are with you continually. They've never abandoned you. They're never going to. It's time for you guys to work together as you move forward in this healing process, in this reclamation of your light and listening to your spirit and learning to trust yourself and working with your mind together with the divine wisdom to move you into this really beautiful, abundant, prosperous, like life of your dreams type of energy. So I hope that this serves you, group number 3. It was my absolute pleasure to read for you. If you enjoyed this reading, make sure that you give this video a like and share it with others so that they can choose their turtle spirit animal messages for them. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button for me. If something resonated with you in the reading, feel free to leave me a comment down below. Also, if you'd like some more information or a resource to check in with spirit animals as they show up in your life, I do have a Spirit Animals Handbook listed down below for you in the description that you can check out if you feel called to. Again, it was my absolute pleasure to do this reading for you. Such a wonderful energy, the movement of it, especially here on the physical plane as you're learning to trust your spirit and lean into that. So I hope that this serves you once again, and I will see you in the next reading.